Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Come to you this evening with my daughter Crimson, and we're going to do for Tag Tuesday, we're going to do a tag, the BookTube Backstage Tag. And this was put together by Ranier at Ranierbooks. This is an original that he put together last week, and I got tagged in this video. And so thank you for tagging me. And if you've never checked out his channel, he's an awesome booktuber. I think he's originally from Sweden, and he's always got some good stuff on his channel. So go check that out. I'll leave a link to his video and the channel down in the description. Go check him out. So the first question on his BookTube Backstage Tag. Number one, what camera do you use for your videos? And so for me, I use my iPhone 6S, and I had to ask my wife and daughter what kind of phone I have, because this is not my specialty. But yeah, I just use the camera on there. It's nothing special. I get that, and then I upload it to my, or not upload, what's the word? Share it. Airdrop it to my computer, and then I put the video together and upload it.
That is pretty much the same system I use for my YouTube channel. I just tape things with my iPhone because, as we all know, cameras are extremely pricey, and the iPhone works. It works. So
yeah, and I found that the camera on our iPhone works just about as good as any camera. I mean, with the exception of you start dropping massive amounts of money, but
the quality isn't as great, but it works.
It's better than my at school. We also have iPads for the kids, so the teachers get iPads, and this video is way better than the iPad video, and I think it's better than the one on my computer. So,
oh, for sure, on the computer.
Yeah, so for the cameras that we have at home, the iPhone that we own is probably the best way to go without dropping massive amounts of money on a camera. So, all right, so number two, speaking about filming and being your own director, do you have a favorite film director? All right, so for me, I like Steven Spielberg, and I know I kind of copped out on that one. That's a pretty easy one. Most people like Steven Spielberg, but you know, some of his favorite movies that he put together that I like: Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, Munich, Indiana Jones. Who does not like Indiana Jones? The movie Lincoln, that one was awesome. I bought that one a couple years ago. Back to the Future, we just watched that over Christmas break. That was awesome. Goonies. Goonies. Hey, you guys. And then, of course, Gremlins from when I was real little. So those are just some of them that I like.
Gremlins.
Yeah. So your favorite director?
Tim Burton films.
Yep, you and your mother.
They're creepy.
All right.
Love it.
Number three. What microphone do you use, and what program do you use to edit your videos? So you better take this one, because you do have a microphone.
I have a couple of microphones. If I am singing, I use my Rode microphone, and if I'm just talking, I will use my Yeti microphone, and I use iMovie, just the basic program that just comes with my laptop. So yeah.
I do not use a microphone because, as my wife tells me all the time, I have a loud mouth and nobody has a problem hearing me. But for editing my videos, at school we have a one-to-one laptop program. We were one of the first schools in Iowa to do that, and we've kept renewing that not project, but technology. We've updated that technology every couple years, and so I just use my iMovie that's on my computer, and it does everything that I would need it to do, because I don't do a whole lot of fancy stuff. I mean, you guys see the intro. Yeah, I don't do a ton of editing. I got the at the very beginning, the title page, and then I do what is the went from one clip to the other. I do a transition to the next clip, and that's about all I do. Every once in a while, I'll slip up and I make a mistake, and I have to put little words at the bottom to fix my mistake. Because I always try to, watch my videos before I upload them just to make sure I didn't mess up too bad. So every once in a while, I have to do that. Like the other day, I said, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about Douglas MacArthur, and I said all of the wars that he was involved in the 19th century, and I meant the early 1900s. And so I went in and put 20th century at the bottom. I just misspoke. And so that's about the extent of my editing. I don't do all the flashy lights and all that kind of stuff.
That's not.
That's too much work for me.
I mean, if I could go onto another editing program, I think I would. But because of our school laptops, it's very restricted. So I can only use iMovie for my editing, and you can't buy or download any other apps because that's just how the school set it up. But if I had the option to, I would branch out, or if I had my own personal laptop, I would branch out and use other editing programs for like my vlogs, because I use a lot of editing in my vlogs.
Yeah, she likes to do all the I call it those young people things. When they do all the flashing back and forth and the zoom in on your face and zoom out.
Funny.
She likes to do that. I'm old school, boring, simple. All right, so number 4. Do you remember the first record that you bought or received as a gift? Okay, so for me, I am just young enough. Hush. That I did not have records. Now, my parents had records, and I will tell you, I do remember my dad's record collection and my mom's record collection, and I remember them playing AC/DC. I remember the Meatloaf album, and Queen. And so I very vividly remember those songs playing all the time, and they had a whole collection of stuff, but I never bought records. I came in the era of cassette tapes, and I do remember some 8-tracks, but I never bought them. I only bought cassette tapes, and when I was probably middle school, I got in one of those subscription things where you can order. What do you have to order? 2 new cassettes, or eventually went to DVD, or not DVD, CD. And you have to buy 2 a year, and they'll send you 1 every month, and you can accept it or deny it. You know how those subscriptions all worked. And I had one of those, and I do know that some of the first cassettes that I got, I had Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks, and that was my country phase. And so I had all pretty much
a huge you have a binder of CDs.
Well, those are CDs. Yeah, a lot of those came a little bit later. Then I got rock in there. I got AC/DC, Aerosmith. I got a little bit of everything. It is heavy on the countryside, but I do have a lot of every different
90s country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, smarty pants.
Yeah, kind of like what Dad said. I mean, we had. When did we get our record player?
Oh, Mom got that. Has it been 10 years? I don't know if it's been 10.
I don't know.
Between 5 and 10 years ago, we got a new record player.
I was a kid when she got it, and I remember getting records for it. I have a lot of classical music for it because I play violin, and so record-wise, I would say that. And
so my wife got Dwight Yoakam. She likes Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
And the Cowboy.
Blake Shelton.
Arcade
Fire.
Yeah, so she's got some of those.
CD-wise, I think I didn't buy it first. I was probably in elementary, and I had an aunt buy one for me for my birthday, and it was Taylor Swift or something like that. And then that's when I got hooked on Taylor Swift, my Taylor Swift phase in middle school. So, but that's when I started actually buying CDs.
Yeah.
Is from that 5th grade year when my aunt bought me that CD. And then I started
and she bought a lot of CDs.
Of music, not just,
her and her mother are
not
the...
just her teeny bop phase, but like I started like I don't know branching out.
Well, you branched out into some of my era.
Your era.
And a little bit older.
A little bit. Yeah, I mean.
Like she likes from the...
Petty.
Yeah, that was the one I was gonna say, Tom Petty. And so like her and her mother are real
70s.
musical, and so they buy CDs and stuff. Not as many lately, but you guys had a phase there where you were buying tons of them.
If I do see an artist CD at the store, I will buy it though.
Yeah.
And I will take it home and listen to it.
Yeah, they're way into music. I'm not
music.
as much into music. I mean I like music, but I don't buy the CDs. I mean, my musical talents don't go much farther than the Armpit Orchestra. Oh man. Anyway, so let's just move on. Number 5. How do you prepare your videos? Talking points, detailed script, or just talking? You want to go first?
I guess it depends. I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, but when I was making them, it depends what kind of video. If it was a vlog, I would literally just vlog my day. I didn't really have any detailed plans. Unless I was going to talk about something specific, then I would maybe jot down a few notes. My music, I would just, obviously practice and try to memorize my music, and then I would just film it.
For me, it just depends on the type of video, really. Yeah. So, like with my book reviews, I always have, I take notes from the book. I got like 3-ring binders, spiral notebooks full of notes that I've taken, and I type them up on my computer and keep them so I can always revert back. So I always have that. But then when I go to make my video, I go through those notes and then I come up with some talking points. And then typically I like to find, when I'm sharing my book chat, my review, I like to go back and pull some of those quotes from the book. So I do have talking points. Now with tags, I do a full script. So I write out the questions and then I bullet point my answers just so I don't forget, because I hate to freeze. Sometimes I'll stare at myself in the camera and go, get that deer in the headlight look.
I clearly just wing. I don't know.
Yeah, she wings it. Now my Friday Reads video that I try to do, every Friday or every other Friday, I usually just wing that for the most part. Every once in a while I'll bullet point, but most of the time it's just winging it. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on what type of video I'm making. Let's see. Number 6. TV shows have become the thing of our time. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Netflix, HBO, Amazon. What is or are your favorite TV shows ever? Name a maximum of 3. So I can't go any more than 3. That is a bummer. Okay, so I like TV. I could be a couch potato every once in a while. If I am not in the mood to read and I just have a whole lot of time on my hands, I like to watch TV. It's a bad habit. Now, I'm a comedy guy. I like lighthearted stuff. So my favorite, and I own the whole DVD series of these of Seinfeld and The Office. Those 2 shows are my all-time favorites. They are absolutely hilarious. They make me laugh. I could probably watch them 1,000 different times and still laugh at the same stupid jokes over and over again. Absolutely funny, and I think that has rubbed off on Crimson. Let me get my third one, because I know she's going to want to talk about this one. My third one, on a little bit more serious, I like Law and Order. And of course, there's like 20 some odd seasons, and I don't know how many different spin-offs of that show, but I absolutely love Law and Order. My wife will come downstairs, look at the TV, and just shake her head and then turn around and walk off, because I like the show. And that's another one. I watch a lot of reruns on that one, but there's so many seasons that
there's a lot.
It doesn't even seem like a rerun, because there's I don't even remember how many it was. 25 seasons worth or something, maybe more. I can't remember. It was a bunch. So those are my 3 shows that I really enjoy. What about you?
Okay, this one's like, obviously The Office, Because I feel like
obviously, because who doesn't like The Office?
Exactly.
You have to have a pretty sophisticated sense of humor for The Office.
Oh,
so.
for sure. A lot of people say it's dry and boring, and I'm like, no.
No, you're dry and boring.
You're dry and boring. Like, you gotta pay attention to, like, the small... It's funny you just gotta give it a chance. But The Office, I've just been watching it since, like, I was 3 years old.
Literally, since she was 3. She could quote lines from The Office when she was in, like, 1st grade. Like,
which probably might not be a good
probably not the best example as parents to have our 1st grader repeating lines from The Office.
But I did, and it was I mean, yeah. So to this
Who's
day,
your favorite character?
That's a hard question.
Oh, Dwight Schrute, hands down.
I like Michael Scott or Andy Bernard, and a lot of people hate Andy, but like. You gotta give him a chance, man. Like he grows on you. He's pretty funny. He's annoying funny, and I think that's what I like about him. I like Dwight. Don't get me wrong, but
now the one that's funny that kind of goes underneath the radar sometimes. Creed. The old man smells like what are the?
It was.
Oh, good no.
The weird peas.
Yes.
Mung bean.
Yeah. Whatever it was.
He's like, they smell like death. I love it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he's weird. I do like Seinfeld too because I mean I haven't been watching that since I was 3, but I have been watching that.
She's a latecomer to Seinfeld.
I'm not a late comer.
Well, I always have told her. I've told like everybody that's like one of the funniest shows of all time. The show about nothing, and
I was in middle school, I think. When we both, we would, sit on the couch every night and watch Seinfeld.
Yeah, but it was more high school that you really started actually laughing at it.
No.
I made her sit with me and watch it, but
it was funny.
But she actually started laughing in high school.
Because I understood what they were
understood the jokes and stuff. George Costanza is by far my favorite on that show. And Kramer.
I was going to say, I think I like Kramer.
I like Kramer.
I mean, okay, I think Jerry is a really bad actor, which makes it funny.
But I think that's almost the whole point of the show, because he knows he's not.
He knows he's not a good actor, but I think that's why he might be my favorite. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, I don't know. I can't decide between the Goldbergs or the Rookie. As a current show we're watching right now. The Rookie is a cop show. And then...
Yeah, we like that. That's our family show. One of our family shows.
More of a drama. And then The Rookie is more of a
That's what you just said.
I know. The Goldbergs is a comedy. And I don't know.
Makes fun of the 80s. Makes fun of my...
It's about... Yeah,
my time 80s. Period.
It's funny. I don't know. I mainly the shows I watch, I want it to be funny. Kind of just escape this dark and depressing world. Mm-hmm. And then I like to laugh. So.
All right, number 7. What kind of BookTube videos do you prefer to watch and why? Reviews, wrap-ups, vlogs, book hauls, tag videos, or ... All right, so she doesn't watch BookTube. I'm the BookTube watcher.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. You can talk about YouTube videos that you watch. I'm sure it'd be okay if you added that in. My favorite, I like book hauls. I always like to see what people are getting in their collection, and I say that, but I also like bookshelf tours. Matter of fact, bookshelf tours might be what got me hooked on BookTube. I got to watch in people's libraries, and that was just awesome. And I was like, I can do this. I can show off my library. And so it kind of got me hooked. And now it's probably book hauls. I watch just about everybody that I am subscribed to. I watch almost all their book hauls. They all kind of laugh at me because I'm continuously watching.
He'll be doing the dishes and watching a book haul at the same time.
But I really like book hauls and mail hauls and stuff. I just like listening to what people have been able to pick up for their collection. What about you, YouTube?
There's a lot of YouTubers that I like, and most you'll find that they're pretty funny people. They're just very
any particular type?
Witty. Young younger YouTubers?
No, I mean
that are,
like not
like specific people, or
no, like specific types of videos.
they make like vlogs, or they'll do like comedy stuff. But lately, I've been getting into. Her name's Bailey Sarian, if I'm saying that right, and she does true crime music.
Yeah, you were showing me that the other day.
Yeah, she does true crime videos while she does her makeup at the same time. And I mean, I really like makeup. I'm into that kind of stuff. And she just talks about...
Me too, can't you tell?
And she just talks about true crime at the same time, like an interesting like murder case or something like that. And I've been getting into those lately. I think those are interesting. But it's like a little bit two things at once that I like. Just check it out.
All right, so number 8. Watching TV was probably a part of all of our childhoods. These years, it has become less popular. What kind of media user are you? Now, she's going to be able to better answer this one because my media using, it doesn't go very far. YouTube, obviously, because I got my YouTube channel. And this, you have to understand how big a step this was for me to make this YouTube channel a year ago. Huge step for me because I am a technology dinosaur, as the kids like to laugh about. You should have seen them when I got my first my iPhone. Well, anytime I got an upgrade over the last like 15 years, it's like
a big deal.
It was a big deal. It blew the kids away.
But the iPhone was probably what took the.
Well, when I got a flip phone, I was like, oh yeah, I was only about 10 years behind the times, but I got a flip phone. All the kids were laughing about it. You got a flip phone? Whoa! And yeah, they were already. I don't think anybody else had one anymore. But then when I got the iPhone, that really blew them away.
That's what really blew them away, I think.
So anyway, back to the question here. YouTube. I've had a Facebook account for a long time. I use that one primarily for like family stuff, family pictures, and because I got family that's all on the East Coast, and
it's a good connection.
Yeah, it's a good connection. It's a good way to get family pictures and stuff back and forth. I had an Instagram account for a couple months over the summer, and it wasn't for me. I found myself. It was turning into a bad habit for me. I was sitting there checking that thing like I felt like I had a nervous tick having to check that thing. And then I noticed I wasn't reading as much because I was obsessed with who's going to put the next picture on there. And it just wasn't for me. Yeah. And I know a lot of people like it, and that's okay. It just wasn't for me.
That's okay.
But I think we were kind of trying to think of that's about the extent of my media use.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
Okay. We got YouTube. We got Facebook. Instagram. What else do I use?
I don't know.
TikTok. Would you consider Snapchat a media? Even though it's just a messaging?
It's still media.
Okay, Snapchat. That's about it.
Well, Pinterest.
I don't consider that a media.
I had one of those accounts too. I don't have that either anymore.
I don't have Twitter.
Nope. I have an account. I've never used it.
I know. He was telling me, he's like, I have a Twitter. Or I was saying, I don't have Twitter. And then he's like, oh, I have a Twitter account. I'm like, really? And he's like, I don't use it.
I've literally never put a message. We did a teacher's professional development thing. We had a speaker come that was talking about nothing but technology stuff, and so we signed up for all Pinterest and Twitter and.
I don't think if I got a Twitter account, I would just use it to look at what like other people are saying. Like I wouldn't put anything on it.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I would just use it to see what other people are saying.
Yeah, so that's about the extent of my media use. So that brings us to the end, and Ranier's last part here was 8 props. You can tag up to 8 people. So I went on my my subscriptions list, and here's who I am going to tag. I'm going to tag the Book Zealots, Carolyn Morgan, Erica Priestley, Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats, Noah at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, Hannah's Books, Hey Y'all, Listen Up. And then here's a brand new channel that last time I checked, she only had one. She had her introduction to BookTube video. That was it. So her newbie tag that she did, and this is Talia Chris. So I'd like to hear her answers to this tag. So this has been the BookTube Backstage Tag. Again, it was originally put together by Ranier at Ranierbooks, and he tagged me in this, so I will leave the description to his video down below. Go check out his channel. Awesome channel. Does a fabulous job with, he reads a lot of books, so go check that out. And thanks for watching, and as always, happy reading.